So I wanted to share with you top three things that I've really pulled from reading. Not the entire book yet, but I just felt compelled to share with you these top three things that kind of stand out in my mind. I'm a parent that's always looking to help my child succeed now and in the future. And obviously my wife is too. Carrie is very involved in our kids' lives. I mean, she's with them 100% of the time pretty much. So she is the real MVP always in our family. But we're always looking to see what we can do, right? A lot of times we inadvertently may do things that we don't really know that we may be doing that's detrimental to our kids' lives, both now and the future. Now, think about when you're with somebody, are you really with them? Like if you go out to eat for dinner, let's say with a significant other or even a friend, and you're on your phone, are you really with them? If you are thinking about something, this was a big thing for me. At some point in my life, I was always just thinking. I was never really present. So if I was eating with you, I probably was thinking like all the things I had to do or something that was like on my mind or a business idea. So when you're with your child, are you really with them? I mean, like be actively involved with them, helping them think, helping them learn. That's a huge, huge piece because a lot of times parents are like, oh yeah, we went out or we did this, or like even for me when I would play with my daughter McKenna, as she was, she's a little older now. She's 3. My other daughter, Katiana, she's almost 3 months old. And we would be doing something, but I would be thinking about the call I have to make or the project I have to deliver. And I realized I was missing out on a lot, and I wasn't giving my child what she deserved. I wasn't actively involved, right? Now, just being there is a huge piece, right? Being there is amazing. Having your presence there is great, but then you also have to be actively involved in their development. So that's tip number 1 that I learned from Dr. Gail Gross. The connections between a parent and a child mirror the connections in the neurons in your child's brain. For me, that was huge. I thought to myself, wow, every moment that I'm creating a bond or connection with my child, I'm also helping my child create bonds and connections between her neurons. This even goes with my 3-month-old daughter. A lot of times I would tell my wife, I'm like, she would say, oh, can you hold it for a little bit? I'm gonna go do this real quick. And I'd be like, yeah. And then I would hold her, but then I would continue doing what I was doing. And I was realizing I was missing the opportunity for me to turn my baby, have her face me, and have me connect with her on a level that would allow her to feel validated, to help her feel like I'm actively involved, and just talking with her. So that's powerful. Third thing that I wanted just to share with you is really understanding who your child is, like their tendencies, like who they are, what kind of inclinations they have. And by you knowing them more, you can help them much more to go from one developmental stage to the next. All right, it's like if you're on a sports team, the better you can know your teammates, the better you guys succeed in a game, in a season, or whatever, what have you, because you know your teammates, you can help them, you can, their strengths, maybe their weaknesses, and what you can do to help the overall team. In this case, it's a family, right? The team family. We can help each other grow much more effectively and successfully, right? A lot of times for me when I was reading the book, I was just kind of overwhelmed, like, man, so much responsibility, so much power. But Dr. Gail Gross really helps you realize, like, parenting, it's really simple, right? Another thing I wanted to mention is you have everything your child needs to succeed. And that's empowering. Like, imagine that. You have everything your child needs to succeed, to become a self-actualized child. That is powerful. And a lot of times you might feel like, oh, I'm just here to provide, or I'm here to just nurture in maybe just the way that you've been raised. And this brings new light to some of that, I think. It's not to take away from what your parents did or from what my parents did. It's just, this is great for us to add, and really just to make you realize how powerful you are for your kid. Just to know that you have everything your child needs to succeed, to become a self-actualized kid is huge. A lot of times you feel like you have to become somebody before you can truly give to your child what they need. But you have everything right now that they need. So pick up the book. I'm going to show you the, actually I don't have the cover. I took the cover off, but it's How to Build Your Baby's Brain by Dr. Gail Gross. Definitely recommend it. Go check it out. It's a pretty good sized book, but I promise you'll have fun reading it, and you will start to change your kids' lives right now. Go get the book.